You may have noticed this a bit in the news lately, but we are now transitioning through the Asian century. What is the Asian century? It's basically this forecast by economists that was done 25 years ago at the start of the millennium to go over the next 100 years. We're going to see the transfer of power from the West to the East. And the reason why that is that the emerging markets, all of the growth that supported the Western world over the last 100 years through Europe and the US in particular, is transitioning into these Eastern markets, namely the BRIC nations. The BRIC nations is Brazil, Russia, India, China. There might be some more in there. But essentially, the transition of economic and cultural power is moving to the East. And you can see that already in the way that we are changing our trends. Japanese culture is big, K-pop is getting big. The world's biggest short form platform, TikTok, is owned by the Chinese. And we understand that China is basically the new economic superpower. America is pretty much done, as you can see by the way that Trump is scrapping the economy. The middle class of the US is in shambles. And that will only get worse as they have crippling debt that they don't pay, and that has ripple effects through the rest of the world economy. And that's only really going to get worse over the next 5 to 10 years as AI, and it basically decimates the white collar class and knowledge workers. Essentially, we are going to see a decimation of these high value white collar jobs, these knowledge jobs, over the next 5 to 10 years as AI takes over and basically will completely change the way that our economic model works. And basically, we're in a lot of deep shit when it comes to that. It's going to, in my opinion, ravage the upper middle class, or whatever's left of it, just like the way that outsourcing manufacturing ravaged the blue collar workers and destroyed the lower to middle class of the last 20, 30 years. So realistically, what you want to start doing is planning about future investments and divesting away from the West and look into Eastern markets when it comes to investments, maybe a second location, and when things get really rough. My honest opinion is that in the next 5 years, it's going to get bad, and we're probably headed towards this chaotic period of transition economically as we realize that the Western models aren't working and that governments can't save us from private businesses just culling out businesses and the economy. So think about your future planning. Where do you want to be? I'm thinking about going to Thailand or the Philippines. Do I want to invest in Eastern markets? Something to think about, with the near future, and have a plan for the next 5 years, because things are going to get rough. Stack your cash. Wait for the chaos to ensue. It's going to happen.